Hi, guys. How are you?
Hi,
Hello.
everyone.
Hello. All right. So right now it is 7:04 Eastern Standard Time on Wednesday. So if you guys are with us now, come say hi. Or if you're watching the replay, do #replay. But my name's Ashley Smarowsky. I'm a spiritual medium psychic if you're new to me. And this is my beautiful master healer, Wendalynn B. So super excited you guys are here.
Hey, guys. I'm really waiting for this coffee to kick in.
I know.
Dragging today.
Look, ready? Hold on. Hot tea and cold tea. I don't drink coffee, so this is my caffeine sources.
There you go. You're double fisting. I love it. I love it.
And I've been doing it all day. I just keep bouncing back and forth.
Exactly. Like I said, I took 2 naps today.
For you.
I'm like, whatever.
Yeah. Why not, right?
Who else is feeling it this week? Who else is feeling like really just tired, can't get their life together? That's me, like every day. Can't get their life together.
I know.
Hey, Joyce. Hey, Peggy.
I'm so excited. So if you guys could, while you're hopping on, just click the share button, let everyone know that we're here. We're going to be doing some mini readings and talking about stress and the holidays and all that fun stuff tonight.
Patty said me. I'm tired. Peggy said yes, tired.
Yep.
Facebook user said I never have my life together. Yes, we could be besties. I just we were just talking. We just wing it. Like we just we'll see what happens.
I think that's not the only reason why you and I get along so well, but I think it's partially why, because we're both just like, we're just feeling life out as we go.
It's like whatever happens is supposed to happen. It's fine. It'll go where it needs to go. Yeah. Andy said I'm on a countdown until Christmas break. Nice. Oh, I guess, are you a teacher, Andy?
Nice. I wish I got a Christmas break. I guess technically I could give myself one.
You could.
But I don't.
You should. You should allow yourself. Oh, where's my mouse? There it is. Guy.
I've been not only stressing about the holidays, but it's really gotten to me. A lot of family are on the other side. Oh, yeah.
Yeah. That's always, holidays are always rough. Holidays, birthdays, anniversaries, they're always rough.
Yeah.
But they're still with you. It sucks that they're not here, but they're still with you. Like they're at the holidays with you. They're sitting around a Christmas tree watching you open your presents.
Yep. Have you seen I don't think it's technically a meme. It's just like a picture, an illustrated picture that's been going around where it's like a Thanksgiving one where the family's sitting at the Thanksgiving table and then behind them is like all their loved ones in spirit.
Oh, that's awesome.
I love that picture every time it pops up. I might have shared it. I don't remember, but I love that picture because I think it's such a great representation of like that's how it works. Like they're right there.
They're totally right there. Andy said, yes, a teacher, 5 more class days, 7 more work days. You got it. Countdown. Light at the end of the tunnel. That's awesome. So,
and I know those kids are wound up knowing that Christmas is coming. They are probably off the wall.
They're like, oh, I want all the things. I want all the presents. And then I feel like my kids get like an extra day or something this year. Like it's a half a day, but they're calling it asynchronous on the 22nd. So they don't actually have to go into the building. They can just like do their stuff at home.
Nice.
And I'm like, well, that just took 1 more day away from me to hide things. Like, what is that?
Yep.
Yes. No, they don't. I have till the 21st. All right, Kim, countdown, getting it done. So holidays and stress. Let's touch on that a bit about how to keep ourselves a little bit sane while we're stressing the holidays. So now we know the holidays aren't really about all the presents, and it's about spending time together with your family and like enjoying each other's company and making the memories. However, society and the media tell us we should buy all things. So like I was saying, I'm looking at my office right now at all these boxes of just randomness of presents and I'm like, I don't even remember who I bought what for. I'm like, oh, this is cool. And then I'm like, who did I buy that for? Did I buy that for me? I don't remember. So I think showing ourselves a little bit of grace, and nothing in life is ever perfect. We're never going to have that perfect Hallmark movie holiday. It's not going to happen. A kid's going to get mad that they didn't get something. Families families argue sometimes. And when you all get in one room and everybody has different opinions, it's not always going to be sunshine and rainbows, but you're still making the memories.
Yep.
So good, bad, or indifferent, the memories are still there. And just enjoy that time because, like, you know, somebody said they have a lot of people on the other side. So even if it's hard, having people here in the present human form, it's still a gift because we don't know how much time we have left, and we don't know how much time we have left with each other. And then you have people who move, you know, they get a new job or they just, you know, want a different lifestyle. We've talked a lot about like just buying a lot of land and having a compound. Like that would be awesome. But, you know, people move away and then you don't get to see them as much. So it's like just being present with them is the gift.
Mm-hmm.
Andy said we don't do presents anymore and it's such a relief. Yeah. So I think my my brother and sister-in-law, like we all used to get presents for each other. And this year we decided we'll just do it for the kids.
Mm-hmm.
Like we have things, we don't need more things because things just take up room for our hearts, right? And our soul. It's just like clutter. And and again, I say that and I'm looking around at all the clutter in this office. It looks like somebody just like went into a metaphysical shop and just bought everything and then vomited it on the walls. Like just like stuff everywhere. But I'm pretty extra anyway, so that's why this is so extra. But
I love your office. I think my favorite thing in your office is the Harry Potter clock.
Oh yeah. Yeah, the platform 9 3/4. Yep. Yeah, I got that. And I got let's see, a lot of Harry Potter. I got some. Okay, who's Office fans in here? Mm-hmm. Michael Scott quotes are everywhere.
I love everywhere.
My favorite one, and this is how I live my life. I knew exactly what to do, but in a much more real sense, I had no idea what to do.
I feel like that needs to be a tattoo.
It should. I should get that. That'll be my next tattoo. I gotta fit. I'll put it like right here. I knew exactly what to do.
Oh God.
Yeah.
I love it.
So if Peggy said my grandbabies make it better. Yeah. I don't have grandbabies yet. I told them they have to wait a while. Like I'm not ready.
Yeah. Well, so, yours are still pretty young. Well.
Yeah, my oldest just turned 21. Yeah. So yeah, and because I enjoy stress, I'm having a joint birthday party on Saturday for my oldest and his girlfriend because they both turned 21 3 days apart. Oh, so not only do I have to still decorate for Christmas, I have to decorate for the party. But I have all the things ready for the party. I just have to put them together.
Yeah. Yeah. You know, I do the same thing. I talk about, I'm like, stress. I'm going to do better. I'm going to manage stress better. But then I continue to add things to it. And I have had to really accept that part of my personality is, while I hate stress, I also really actually kind of love it to a degree, not like the type of stress of like, oh my God, I'm drowning, but the type of stress of like, oh, I'm just busy. I've got a lot going. Like, I don't know how to sit still.
Right. Like I thrive on chaos. Like, the more chaotic it is, I'm like, cool, because then I don't get bored. But when like nothing is going on, then I have no motivation.
Yeah.
Right. Like I'm like, there's nothing to do. I'm just going to sit here. Well, that's not fun.
Yep. There's no in between. I'm either running around like a chicken with my head cut off, getting all the things done, or I'm just laying there paralyzed doing nothing.
Right. Dana said December birthdays are tough too. Yeah. And shout out to all the December birthdays, because I do feel like you guys maybe get the shaft a little bit because people are like, it's close enough to Christmas. I'll just combine the gift. Yep. So I am a January birthday. I'm a Capricorn. So January 5th. And it's the same thing. It's like Christmas happens, then it's my birthday. Yep. So for all those December babies, I hope you get a birthday and a Christmas present or Hanukkah or whatever you celebrate. I hope you get two separate things because your birthday is special.
I saw this cute little thing on TikTok the other day, and it was about December birthdays. And this mom had started this tradition where she had a Christmas tree and a birthday bush. Oh. And it was like that way the presents were separated, and it was still like making a big fuss over the December birthdays. And like they didn't feel like it was all combined.
That's awesome. A birthday bush. I've never heard that.
Yeah, it was cute.
Peggy said my daughter Lisa's January 5th. We're birthday twins.
Yeah.
What? Amy, January 5th. I like it.
Look at all these January 5th birthdays.
All these Capricorns in here, you know. Hey,
I love
girls.
this.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. So yeah, so if you guys are dealing with the stress of the holidays, like take a breather, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like even like I've even decided we're gonna do a smaller Christmas this year, and we typically only buy for the kids anyway. I do always have the kids make like their grandparents, their aunts, and their uncles presents,
Mm-hmm.
um, and I used to really go hard with it.
Yeah.
Like now it's like I'll run to like Michael's and grab some pre-made crafts and just let the kids paint them, and I'm like, we're
There
good,
you go. Yeah.
we're good.
And here's the thing, like crafts and stuff like that, I feel like anything that's handmade
Yeah.
is definitely more meaningful.
Hmm.
And because it takes time, it takes thought,
Yeah.
and it takes your creativity. And so that person receiving that gift is like, oh my gosh, look at what they did. That's so like they thought of me enough to do all of this for me.
Hmm.
So yeah, that and I maybe Susan put making memories.
Yeah.
Amen. So, maybe next year or this year, if you want to, say, you know what, to all your family, let's just make each other one thing,
Hmm.
just one thing, because we are so overwhelmed with stuff and items. And I don't know if anybody else dealt with this. So I'm sure those who have watched before, I lost my mom almost 7 years ago, and my granny lived with me, and she passed. It'll be 3 years this month. And then, my other grandmother was 11 years ago. So when we were going through the houses, I inherited all of the things because I'm an only child and I was an only grandchild on both sides. So it was very tough, especially when my mom when my mom died and my dad was cleaning out the house. Like we connect the memories of our people to their things, and I wanted to keep everything.
Hmm.
And then I was like, I can't physically keep it. There's no space for everything. So I had to really sit. I actually meditated on it, and I like tried to connect to the guides. And then it was just like the message was like, her memory's not connected to that stuffed animal.
Hmm.
You know what I mean? And she wouldn't want me stressing over the bulk of everything just
Yeah.
to keep it, just to have it. So
Hmm.
I ended up, like, my mom was real big into Christmas. When I say real big, when we cleaned out that attic, there was 28 Rubbermaid totes of just Christmas. And so I just went through and I picked out things, like one thing out of each box, small things that I wanted. And then there was other things that I was like, let me give this to a friend that, knew my mom. And then
Yeah.
the rest we just did an estate sale, whatever went. And then I just donated everything else. But it
Hmm.
was so freeing
Yep.
to not have to say, let me go through everything. You know
Hmm.
what I mean?
Yep.
So I hope that if anybody else has to deal with that, and I hope you don't, but it's inevitable that most of us will
Hmm.
have to in our lifetime, that you just remember you don't have to keep all the things
Right.
because it's
One
going to
thing that
stress
I think really, really changed my mind about that is after my grandmother passed away, she had written notes to each one of her kids,
you.
and we found them in one of her drawers. And I remember pulling one out and I was reading it, and it said something along the lines of like, you don't have to keep it just because it was mine.
Mm,
Only keep it. Only keep it if it actually has sentimental meaning to you. And
mm,
that was like my aha moment where I was like, if I wouldn't have read that, I would have clung on to everything that my mom or my uncles didn't want. I would have been like, "It's
right.
mine. It's mine. It's mine." And so now, it's been about 10 years and I have her vanity and I have one tote with her
Hmm.
stuff in it, and everything else I've just kind of let go of over the years. And each time a little piece of my heart broke, but it was also like
Yeah.
I'm not weighted down by so much.
Right. I did keep everybody's like china cupboard and all their
Yeah.
china. I did keep that because I have like 4 sets of china and nobody uses china anymore.
Mm-mm.
But I'm like, it was important to them. And I know
Mhm.
it probably cost them a lot of money in the day. So I didn't want to just say, oh, I'm going to donate this. But I have 4 kids. So guess what? When
There
each
you
kid
go.
moves out, they're getting 1 set of china. I don't know
Yep.
if they're ever going to use it in their lifetime, but here you go.
Yep.
You can take it.
Uh-huh.
So, yeah. What did I talk about my specials? I did not.
No, we just started talking about Christmas.
I'm like, "Eh." So, okay. I think, yeah, my website's at the bottom.
Yep.
And I'm running 2 specials this month. So the first one for my December December special, it's a 1 question, 1 card, and it's an email reading. So I did email readings for both specials this month because it's crazy busy. And I know everybody else is crazy busy, and scheduling with people around schedules, it's difficult. So email readings, 1 question, 1 card. And then I'll just email you the meaning of the card, and I'll connect to your guides and, like, you know, whatever message comes through. That's $12. Once you schedule, you'll get your reading within 48 hours. The second special is a New Year guidance, and it's 124. Get it? January 24, 124, 124. And you can ask 2 questions. And I opened my book. So when you book it, it's on December 12th. So it created like 1 session where multiple people could book. So that way I knew how many I had to do. But you will get your reading by December 31st by 10 p.m. Probably earlier, but by then. And 2 questions, guidance for the new year. This one will be more in-depth. You know, I'll connect to your guides. I'll connect to your team. No mediumship in this reading, unless, of course, it comes through. Like, if spirit gives me a message, I'm going to give you the message. But yeah, I'm excited. Like, for New Year, New Year guidance. 1, 2, 4.
People are always looking for that. They're like, what's coming in the new year? You know, what do I need to be on the lookout for? And
right.
I love those sort of readings.
Yeah. I need to find someone to do one for me, because I need to figure it out. I'm going to find you. Okay. I'll text you later.
I'm like, hello?
Hello? Like, what?
I got to find someone.
Like, hold on. I'm sitting right next to you virtually. What is happening?
I love it. Yep. So yeah, so I have all of Wendalynn's information in the description of the video. The link is running down here. I also just put it in the comments, or I think on this side it's over here, isn't it? I don't know where it is.
It's
everyone else's screen.
That side, yeah.
Yeah, this wherever the comment section is, that's where I put it, but it's also in the description of the video.
Awesome. Oh my gosh. Okay, so I just want to preface this whole thing. If I start grabbing my mouth, I need a root canal. And I've been living off of ibuprofen. So I'm not like deep in thought. I'm probably just like rubbing my jaw to make it feel better.
You could have just pretended like you were deep in thought. I would have believed it.
I could have. And I've been like, oh, look, she's very into this right now. But
toothpaste is worst.
It is. I have terrible teeth. Anybody else has terrible teeth? So I found a new dentist. And so I'm sure others in the group deal with anxiety with the dentist. I did not care for my old dentist. So this one is really cool, and I'm excited. And I go tomorrow for a cleaning, and then we'll have our whole a plan of action, which is extensive. So I don't know. It'll be years probably. It'll probably cost as much as a car, but I got to get something done. I don't know.
I know there's so much that I need to get done with my teeth too, and it's just the cost. I'm like, it's not a deal. I'm fine.
Yeah. Brenda said I only have 8 of my own left. I feel you. Like, Peggy lost my dentures in a fire.
Oh no,
they're so expensive. So my last dentist did say, like, there was no other option. I was going to have to pull all my teeth and get dentures. And then this dentist was like, no, I'm pretty sure I can fix stuff. So I'm missing teeth. Here's funny. I had baby teeth. So I was 28 with no adult teeth, and I kept them, and then they fell out. So I have like spaces, and I got braces for them. And then my teeth just started to deteriorate after the braces because I was making room for things that never happened. I don't know.
Well, look. You see this one right here? It's a baby tooth.
Is it?
See,
you still kept it. Take care of it.
It's there. The adult tooth grew in behind it, which is very strange. But I'm always like, this is me and my best friend.
I love it.
It's not going
anywhere. Yeah, I didn't keep mine, but I did. So I had to put my teeth under the pillow when the baby teeth fell out for the tooth fairy, and I told my husband, I'm putting my teeth under the pillow for the tooth fairy. So I woke up and tooth fairy visited. I'm a kid. I'm like 5. Like, literally, I'm 5. It's fine.
Got to keep the magic alive.
You do.
That's so funny.
Anywho.
All
Don't
right.
do it. Try to keep them as long as you can. Okay. Thank you, Peggy. It's cheaper to pull them and get dentures. I know, but I'm so scared about getting them all pulled. Like, oh my God. But
So
okay.
funny. We're so off topic, but I'm
We
here.
are. We have no plan. We just go with it. See what happens.
We're just showing up.
Oh God.
Oh, all right. I love it. So yeah, so if you guys love Wendalynn, oh, she's on the side for you. If you love Wendalynn, like you should, because I absolutely adore her, head over to her website and you can book. You can do the specials or whatever else she's got going on. Again, it's in the description. It's running down here. I've got it. I put it in the comments somewhere. But definitely go book with her. At least give her a follow on Facebook.
Yeah. I'm trying. I think I'm at like 291 followers right now. So my goal is to get to like 300 by the first of the year. That's my goal.
I love that.
So if you all want to help, share the page, ask them to like
what
and follow.
What are you at right now? You said 290 something?
I think 291. Yeah.
Well, that's like 9 people. There's 50 people in here.
Okay.
Go over and follow her.
Yeah, let's go see. Let's see if we can get to 300 tonight. That'll be fun.
Yep. Go follow her and then come right back.
Yeah.
I love it.
Who wants some mini readings? So, somebody just said, what are we doing tonight? We're going to do mini psychic readings and some cards. Like I said, I am not up for, I'm so exhausted. I don't want to do mediumship and like mess up any of the,
I've been doing mediumship back to back since 2 p.m. So when you were like, can we just do like psychic and cards? I was like, yes.
Yes. Like, please.
Yes, we can. It takes much less energy to do those type of readings.
Yeah. Let's see. So people would love a message. So if you have a specific comment, throw it, or comment, question about life, throw it in the comments, and then we'll go to who we're drawn to. Yeah. Do you want to start?
Sure.
I'm going to blow my nose real quick. So hold on. Okay. You can start. I'm going to go off camera to do this.
Okay. Have a great time.
Thank you.
All right. Let's see. Yeah, so there's a lot of people in here. So if you guys have a specific question, ask that. General, we could definitely do that. It makes it a little bit harder just to kind of hone in on the energy. But let's go with Haley said, I love the honesty, blow that nose.
Yeah. Sinuses, man. It sucks.
I've been sick for like 4 weeks.
I've been stuck.
I can't go live with you anymore.
I know. People are like, what are they doing?
We're just having a great time over here. All right. So, okay. Let's do here. Let's do this. Kim said, sister's looking for a job with no luck. Okay. Kim, I feel like she's going to find a job soon. I don't think it's going to be what she wants. I definitely don't. I think it's going to be something, it feels more, I don't know what she does, but right now the job that I see her getting feels more of just like busy work. Not ideal, but something to kind of bring in an income and just kind of, it feels like a space holder, honestly, just something for her to do until something better comes along. And I feel like that opportunity comes through in January. But I feel like she's only there for a couple months. Around March to April, I feel something more, more permanent, more along the lines of what she wants coming in. So I'll pull a couple cards here, and the first card is trust that all will be well. So like trust the process. Go for it. So even though it's not really what she wants at first, go for it, just because, like I said, it's a space filler. And during that job, she can still continue to look for something else. And then the last card is step up and lead. So that's really like taking action, not kind of waiting around anymore, and actually like putting herself out there in a more, I don't know the word I'm looking for here, in a more, what's the word I'm looking for?
I don't know.
I don't know either. The word, like just making herself known, like really making it known what she wants, applying to jobs and then calling, doing follow-ups, like really showing up a lot stronger, just to help herself kind of stand apart from the crowd. But yeah, I see a temporary thing in January, and then around March to April, something more permanent coming in.
Good deal.
Mm-hmm.
All right. I was drawn to Jennifer GR, my son and his ADHD. So Jennifer, if you're still here, I got my fairy cats cards here. I like these, but they're really stiff, so I'll probably drop them. See, I already dropped them. So I feel like, I don't know how old your son is, but I feel like it's more you figuring out how to be a support to him with his ADHD. I think, okay, yes, still here. Let me know if that makes sense. So you just figuring out how to try to support him and like what he needs. I feel like his mind is kind of like how our live has been tonight. Like just all over the place. So let me see what the cards come out with. Of like what support he needs from you. I think he's fine. He's still trying to figure out how to categorize the thoughts in his brain, because he's always overwhelmed, I think. But he doesn't show that he's overwhelmed. He just feels it. But he also doesn't want to stress you out by telling you he's overwhelmed. So he's just kind of hiding it. So let's see. Let's see this one. Family. Hold on. Isn't it cute? Look at that. Look at the little fairy cat.
Aww.
So I feel like that's family support. Stars. I feel like the stars is for you to take a break. Like to go out, look at the sky, or just like take a moment in a room by yourself because you're getting overwhelmed trying to manage him. So I feel like this is like a pause. He won't explain it, but we'll say sorry. Well, let him know he doesn't have to say sorry. Like there's nothing to apologize for because he's learning it with you. I don't know if is he young? I feel like he should start like just writing down whatever random thoughts come in his head. Do you see? I just dropped them all, but one's upside down. Sprout. Okay, I like this one. So there's some growth coming for both of you in how to deal with the situation with his ADHD, how to manage it at home, at school, work, public, whatever. But there's a lot of growth and you guys are going to do that together. But your love and support from you and the rest of your family, 7 therapist says the same thing. Yeah, you need a breather for sure. Make sure you're taking care of you because we can't take care of other people if we're empty and drained. Right. Mm-hmm. So I hope that helps. You guys are good. I don't see anything bad. Like, it's a learning curve. It's a learning process of how to like figure it out and deal. So good deal, Jennifer.
Yeah. That's a hard thing to navigate too.
Yeah. So my husband has ADHD. So, I have 5 children. No, I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. He's all right. He does lose his things all the time though. Like,
it's so funny. See, Andrew and I are kind of the other way around. Like, you see all the memes about like husbands opening a fridge, where's the ketchup? And it's like right there. That's me.
Oh,
I'm like, where is it? And he's like, right here. I'm like,
yeah,
I looked there 6 times.
Yeah. Yeah. You're welcome, Jennifer.
I want to go. How about Aaron? Okay, Aaron, relationship guidance. Okay. So, Aaron, I feel like you're in a relationship and it feels like a long-term committed relationship. But it feels like, so what I'm seeing, because I'm super visual when it comes to like how I receive messages. And so what I'm seeing is like, we've been walking down the same path and now our path has kind of split and we're going in the same direction, but we're not really on the same path. Does that make sense? So it feels like your end goals are still the same, but how you get there and your approach to getting to those end goals has kind of changed. And so I feel like there needs to sort of be like an intentional coming back together to, one, figure out who you are as individuals and like how you want to show up for yourself and how you want to show up to life, and also to figure out how you need to be loved, like how you need those feelings to be reciprocated, because the way that it worked when you were, and this is just an example, I don't know how old you are, but the way you worked when it was 20 isn't going to be the same way it works when you're 30. And so just sort of getting to know yourself a little bit more. And that way you can better communicate to your partner how exactly you need each other to show up for yourselves. And I really feel like it's going to have to be black and white. Like, take the idea of romance sort of out of it for a minute. And I feel like it has to be very black and white of, this is what I need and this is how I need you to do it. Like, you're going to have to teach each other how to show up for the other person and really kind of hold one another's hands and walk you yourselves through that until each of you gets the hang of it. And then you can start doing it more on your own. Does that make sense? I do feel like, I don't know what it was, but I feel like this past June was like a turning point in some way. And that's going to kind of continue to linger. You're going to kind of continue to see like that difficulty, probably until I feel like February. I feel like February, things really start to improve and you're like, okay, all right, we got this now. Like, we got the hang of this. Yeah. Your first card is all about devotion and pleasure, sensuality. So really just kind of finding the passion again. Have fun with it. Don't take life so seriously. Don't take the relationship too seriously right now. Just reconnecting on a more, I almost want to say like innocent level. And then death and rebirth. So it's the ending of your relationship from the way that it was, and it's a rebirth because it's coming back in a new way. It's growing, you're evolving. So this is temporary. I know it's uncomfortable, but I feel like you guys are going to navigate it just beautifully as long as there's that open communication with yourselves and with one another. I hope that makes sense.
Awesome. Hold on, where did it go? I saw one. Angie Humphreys. My daughter is almost 20 and wants to grow and mature, but she is stuck since the passing of her dad in February. Will she soon? So I do like spiritual grief coaching. And so grief is a different journey for everyone. And there's no like timeline, and it never really ends. It just changes. I feel like your daughter, I feel like she's trying to figure out who she's going to grow and mature into now that a significant part of her life has passed to the other side. I definitely feel like she is still deep in the grieving process. Like, it's been since February, but still, like I said, like timelines are different for everyone. I think it's almost like she doesn't, oh, look, one popped out. She doesn't want to get herself in a place where she doesn't have control over who can come and go into her life because she's dealing with the trauma of losing her father. So, I mean, it's not that she's stuck. It's that she's being cautious of who she allows in, who she lets get close, and what big steps she takes. Because I feel like she was really close with her dad. I do think you and her have a pretty tight bond too, but I don't think she's sharing everything that she's dealing with right now. So, okay, so the card that popped out was open intuition, seek clarification. I think this is for you to talk with her about where she's at, where she's at with her journey, what her goals are. Because I don't think she has even like organized what her goals are in her own head, because her heart is just like, like just crushed. And it's almost like I feel she doesn't trust what she's thinking. So just be open to listening to her. And I would caution, I don't feel like she's the type that wants to really like be told what to do from mom or anyone else. So like maybe offer suggestions, but don't be like, this is what I think you should do. You know what I mean? Hold on, there's one. Align your universe, navigate distractions. So I think this is for her, and some of the distractions might be other people's opinions on how she's grieving, how she's moving on, how she's stuck. And that's maybe making her just not confident in herself because she's getting all this negative outside stuff. So definitely be that one that's like, no, you got this. You're doing a great job. You're awesome, and grieve together, talk about it together. I almost feel like that doesn't happen as often as she would like it to happen. So maybe be open to that. And the last one was divine will, let go of fear. And I think that's the message for her. You don't have to be afraid. Life is life. We're going to lose people, but not everyone's out to hurt you. Not everyone's out to leave you. And just you being there for her, knowing that you are supporting her will help her let go of that a little bit. So I hope that helps, Angie.
Yeah, that's hard. Grief is a hard thing, especially a significant loss like that.
Right.
And I mean, at 19, our brains are not fully developed yet.
No. I don't know. I'm almost 40 and I don't think mine is.
I don't think mine is either. Sometimes I'm like, how am I an adult? Like,
I know. What is it?
How do I have a family, a mortgage, run my own business?
Look at my earrings tonight. Do you see them?
Okay. Yeah, they're so cute. I came home I guess it was a couple months ago now with frog earrings. And Andrew looks at me and he goes, "You're going to wear those?" I was like, "Yeah."
Yeah.
What do you mean? Of course I'm
My
going to
new favorite thing is themed onesie pajamas.
Yes.
We had a golf cart parade in the neighborhood for Christmas the other day, and we decorated the golf cart with candy canes. So I bought a candy cane onesie pajama and wore that.
I love that. Tap into that inner child.
Oh, yes. Okay, right. Sorry, guys. We're just, woo.
We're just having a great time. All right. So I was drawn to Tracy. So Tracy said, I need to get unstuck. So Tracy, as soon as I read that, like the second I read that, I instantly saw my sign for simplify and have fun. I feel like you're overthinking. I feel like you're putting too much pressure on yourself to figure out the what, the how, anything like that. This is really, you need to take a step back and try to just reconnect with fun. And I know that sounds probably less than productive, but sometimes just taking that step back is actually the most productive thing. You said totes. I love that. It's the most productive thing that you can do. So reprioritize your joy. And as you follow your joy, that joy is going to be like breadcrumbs. It's going to lead you to what you need to do to get unstuck. Does that make sense? So start small, figure out like, instead of having the same breakfast that I have every single day, today I'm going to have a cupcake for breakfast, or, I'm going to treat myself to something. Like, don't be afraid to change it up a little bit. And if you need to start super, super small, then start super small and let that small change, that small amount of joy lead you to whatever you feel to do next. Because I feel like you feel stuck because you're just kind of going through the motions and you're not actually passionate about anything that you're doing. You love your family, you're okay with your job, but you're not really passionate about anything. With your family, as much as you love them and you are passionate about your family, you're just giving your time and energy, right? Like you're like pouring everything that you have into them. And your work, it feels like you're just kind of going through the motions. So if you can kind of take a step back and you can reprioritize what makes me happy, like what lights me up, you do that. That is like, you won't have to think hard at all to figure out what you need to do to feel unstuck, because it's just naturally going to guide you. Does that make sense? I feel like you can expect a lot of fun things this spring. I actually feel like there might be like a retreat of some sort on the horizon. Like I'm getting like late winter, early spring. So probably somewhere between like February to April, I would say, within that time frame. Let your fears dissolve. So this is like, stop all the overthinking. We don't need to overthink. We can just trust the process. You also got step up and lead. So take charge of your life, right? Like stop waiting around for the answer. Stop waiting around for clarity. Just start doing you. And then breathe through the tension. So again, stop stressing it, okay? Just breathe, have fun, and let that joy naturally guide you. So I hope that makes sense.
Awesome. All right. Kelly Stoll, general guidance. I have 4 children, 1 autistic, and life has been very overwhelming. So I was drawn to that one. And immediately I saw mama needs a nap. Like you need a nap. You're up against it a lot. I mean, I have 4 kids as well. None of them, are autistic or have any issues. So I can't imagine the stress, and the extra worry that you have every day with just keeping everyone safe. But I don't know. Your guides are like, tell her she needs to rest. You need to reach out. I feel like you do have a strong circle. Yes, you have no idea. I feel like you have a circle of resources available to help you rest, but you don't really tap into that as often as you should. So this month, for sure, take one day and be like, Mama clocked out. I'm off the books. I'm doing whatever I want to do, even if it's going to, to a movie by yourself. Not even like spending a lot of money. You don't have to go for a whole spa day or whatever. Or locking yourself in the bathroom for 30 minutes and just saying, I want to read 2 chapters of a book for 30 minutes. Kelly, I don't like to bother people. Your guides are calling you out on that. They're saying they're there, they're ready, call them. They want to help, but they don't know that you need it because you don't tell anybody that you need it. So call them. I see you actually going to the movies like in the morning time. So there's not going to be a lot of people in the theater there with you. It's going to be real chill and quiet. And then you can like take yourself out to brunch afterwards and just spend the day with Kelly. And just do what fills Kelly up. So let me pull some cards. I feel like your kids are really good like with helping. But it becomes overwhelming to you because you get sick of giving directions. Let's see. Come on. Maybe this is not the right deck for her. I don't think it is. Nothing was coming out. All right. All right, Kelly. Let's try this one. Oh, there's one. Okay. Dark night of the soul. Life brings new meaning. And I feel that's directed to you to find not new meaning, but new ways to bring yourself into the center and to regroup and recharge. Sorry, I like that one. It is pretty dark, but there's like that one little light, like touching the dark face. And I feel like that's like you, after you recharge, giving your soul more energy and your team like backing you up. Said Mike, they are amazing kids. And yeah, that was that one. So yeah. They know what to do, but I feel like they worry that they're going to do the wrong thing, and that's why they ask for so much direction. So maybe just build them up and give them the confidence that they're doing the right thing, and then they won't question you, and then you won't have to repeat yourself. So that's good. All right, there it is. Okay. Only 2. Expansion. Educate your mind and senses. This is not about learning new things. This is about like learning how to communicate with yourself. Right? And learning how to fill yourself up and learning how to educate others on what you need and not pausing and not asking for the help because you need the help. And it's not saying, and I feel like, and I don't mean to call you out, Kelly, but I feel like you're worried people will doubt your abilities if you ask for help, but that's not a sign of weakness. That's a sign of strength because you know. And she said, I lost my dad 2 years ago in January. We are struggling. He was my guide. The light and the dark makes sense. Well, he is still your guide and he is still there and he is backing you up. And I feel like maybe he's the one leading your spirit team right now saying, tell her to take a nap, take a break, do it. So I hope that helps. I hope your holiday is good and take yourself to a movie, girl.
Mm-hmm.
Do it.
That sounds amazing. As you're explaining her day, I'm like, can I go?
Yeah, right. Take me with you.
All right. I feel like I say your name wrong anytime we connect because I know we've connected before. I don't remember what we've talked about, but I know we've connected before. Ajla?
Is it Isla?
Isla. That sounds right.
I think it's Isla.
I think you're right. Isla. And I know every time
I remember that name because it's gorgeous.
It is. And I'm like, I say it wrong. Look, yeah, she's like, Isla. Yep. Yeah, I say it wrong every time. Okay. So will you be able to conceive again? Yes. Yes, I do. I do. Instantly, like as soon as I saw it, I was like, oh yeah, there's definitely another baby coming. I actually feel like there is a chance for a multiples pregnancy, like twins. Because I don't know how many children you have. I do see your picture right here. Looks like there's 2, but I see you with a total of 4 children. So if you already have 3, there's just 2 in the picture than that. But I see you with a total of 4. I'm thinking this is going to be a multiples pregnancy. I do see you working with a doctor, maybe not quite IVF, but still working with a doctor nonetheless in some way. I feel like the month of September is going to be relevant. Like I keep seeing September. So I feel like September could be when you conceive. And I'm feeling boy and girl energy. I'm feeling both. So yeah, I think this is definitely confirming like the possibility of a multiples pregnancy. Okay. Oh, wait. Things are falling. Okay. Yep. So we got hospital birth and postpartum complications. So I don't think complications means it's going to be anything massive. I think it's just going to be a little more, it's going to take you a little bit longer to recover. You have a little girl right now. Okay. So I think you're going to have very, very possibly a twin pregnancy, boy and girl. Let me see here. Conception, worry and fear. So I think this is just what you're feeling right now. Fearful that it's not going to happen. It is. Give it some time. Babies come in exactly when they're ready and not a second sooner.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh. And have you already struggled with a loss? Because I feel like this pregnancy is coming after a loss. Yeah. So you got within a few months, grief and loss. So I've had so many miscarriages. That's why. Yep. So yeah. So don't give up. Okay. Keep trying. I definitely think September is going to be relevant for conception. And don't be surprised. Morning sickness. Don't be surprised if you find out there's maybe more than one heartbeat in there. But I see a healthy pregnancy. I see a healthy delivery. I don't really feel that there's anything you have to worry about. Just be sure to give yourself a little more space and a little more time for recovery. You did get premature. And this is very common with twin pregnancies.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm wishing you lots of luck, but yeah, don't give up. I know how hard miscarriages are. I've been there a few times myself. But your babies will come exactly when they're meant to. You're very welcome.
I always wanted twins.
Me too.
I don't know why. I always wanted twins and I never got them. So maybe one of my kids will give me twin grandbabies.
That would be so cool.
That would be awesome.
That'd be so cool. Yeah, since we're doing the adoption thing, I keep joking around to Andrew. I'm like, what if we get twins? And he's like,
that would be awesome.
I'm like, but what if we do?
It would be fine. So Kathy Parks, it said it was a PM and not a comment, but can you still see that?
Kathy
it says
Parks.
Friend guidance, please. Kathy.
Oh yeah, I see it.
Yeah. Okay. Oh my God. Kathy, these are just jumping out. So immediately I feel like, okay, well, all right, let me pull one more because the cards are just popping out on this. Look at that. Holy crap. They're just like, what? Okay. All right. So I feel like you're having issues with some friends. I don't feel like you're saying friend guidance, like you're looking for guidance for a friend. I think some of your friends are maybe not being the most genuine and loyal to you. So the first card that immediately popped out was Find the Lesson. And it's my Alice in Wonderland holographic cards. I love it. And it just says, discover the purpose in a situation and trust that you are learning. So there's a lesson somewhere in whatever you're dealing with the friend. And I don't feel like they're maliciously doing you wrong, but I do feel like they are doing you wrong and they're justifying it in their own head as not malicious, but it's still hurting you. And that's not fair. So there's a lesson there. And I think it's a lesson on how you're going to choose who you're loyal to in the future. The second one was, I wonder what will happen next. Ready for adventure, perception of change, and pause before action. So I think this, and you can't really see it, but it's so fun. Hey. This is about what you're going to do with this friendship next, right? The next adventure. And I do feel I see a new individual coming in. Like if this relationship with this friend is like kind of done or goes from friendship to acquaintance, your spirit team showed me somebody else that's going to come in that's just going to be like out of nowhere support for you. And you're going to like immediately vibe and immediately get along and like be on the same level. And then last one was all must have prizes, trying to please everyone. So people are entitled sometimes. People think they and this is just a societal thing, I think, across the country. People think that they should get all the things from all the people, regardless if they earned it or not. And you allow that to happen within your circle. And your guys are like, you don't have to do that. They don't need a prize just for showing up because they're not loyal. They're not being nice to you. They're not looking out for your greater good and your greater purpose. So you can drop them. It's okay. It's all right to drop them. And it doesn't have to be like we've talked about this before. I still want you to eat, but not at my table. It doesn't have to be that you don't want them to like be successful. We should all be cheering each other on, regardless if we're sitting at the same table or not. But they don't need to be at your table anymore because they've proven that they're not loyal, right? They've proven that they're not going to have your best interests at heart, that I feel like you got thrown under the bus, right? And a school bus just, and I don't know if this has to do with somebody at work because I believe you're a teacher. Yes. So that can be difficult because schools, it's like a really small community and the teacher, you see them every day. It's like, just like what I do in the fire department. I see the same people every day. We're like a family. We eat together. We sleep. Well, no.
Got what you mean.
We sleep at the fire station, not together. God. See, I needed like 4 cups of coffee before one. So, but it becomes difficult, right? And like that also happens when you're around a small group for a long time, over and over and over. You hit the nail on the head. Yeah. Over and over and over is it becomes like when you go to camp when you're a little kid and by the end of the week, like you're all just done with each other. But as an adult in a working environment, you can't do that. You can't just be like, I'm going home. I'm done. I don't have to deal with you anymore. Like you still got to go back to work the next day because evidently we all need money to live. I don't know. Evidently. So, but be cautious. They just showed me, found a newer wonderful friend. There you go. They already sent them. But be cautious about not only this individual that was into you, but their circle. Because I do feel like their circle intertwines with yours, and some of those people also won't have the best intentions when communicating with you and dealing with you. So just know that you're doing the right thing. Like your heart is, I see like purple aura around you. Like your heart is good and it's pure. And I know you want the best for everyone, but just know not everybody has the same intentions for you. Again, it's okay to cut them off, wish you the best, have a great life, but you're not coming over here no more. Okay. So I hope that helps, Kathy.
That's a hard situation.
It is. And I think last month on the live, I talked about that. Like I had to make that decision and it's terrible. And again, like I want the best for this person, but I knew I couldn't like maintain a healthy, non-toxic relationship when it gets to the point that you're stressed out when you need to call someone before you even talk to them. Like I had to stop because my heart would start to race and I'm like, this isn't good. But I still wish the best for her. Like I don't wish harm on her. But it's all right, Kathy. We've all been there. We had to do it.
Yep. I've got that with certain family members where I'm like, I want nothing but the best for you, but I want you to have it over there.
Right. So family can be hard because again, we feel like we have to be loyal to family. But sometimes it's just like, you know what, good for you. I'm glad for you. And I'll see you, at the next family reunion in 5 years. Okay. Bye-bye.
Yep. All right. So let's see. Okay. Chelsea just said guidance. So Chelsea, I don't know. Let me know if this makes sense. So when I move into your energy, I feel like you're feeling sort of isolated right now. Like you're struggling to feel connected to anyone, even those that technically you're closest to. I feel like you feel like they're not really like either prioritizing you or they don't really get it, like what you're feeling, what you're going through. And I feel like you have tried to explain it. You have tried to voice it, but they're not really getting it at the level that you need them to get it. Right. And you said, yes. Okay. So what I actually feel, and this is interesting because it kind of feels similar to what Wendalynn was just saying to Kathy. I don't feel like you're going to walk away from specific relationships in your life, but I do feel like Spirit is going to sort of open up a door for you to somehow connect with other like-minded people. But it's interesting because I feel like these might be internet people. Like this might be like support through internet friends, because I feel like you're not going to necessarily get that one-on-one interaction with them. Like you're not going to be like going out on lunch dates and things like that. But I feel like you're going to strike up like two really solid friendships. We're just physically distant. So, and Spirit keeps saying, they're like, don't shy away from something just because it looks different than what you expected. Sometimes support comes in from the most unexpected place. And sometimes we get the most support from people who know the least about us. Sometimes those are our biggest cheerleaders. I mean, how many of us can really relate to that? Like sometimes our internet friends are our biggest cheerleaders. They're the ones that like, I've never met your kids, but I've watched them grow. Like, you know, we met each other through a mutual friend 13 years ago, and we've just stayed Facebook friends, and they are like always in your comments cheering you on. I feel like those are some of the relationships where Spirit is kind of encouraging you just for now, kind of lean on those, because where you're looking for that support and understanding, those people love you, they support you, but they don't really get whatever it is that you're going through because they haven't gone through it themselves. Does that make sense? But I see like two relationships specifically that if you open yourself up to it, that have real potential to become a very supportive connection. You got relax. So, you know, take a breather, take a step back. Let's not stress it too much. You said yes. Okay. And then, I like how Spirit makes me feel out the cards. Not that one. Embrace the flow of life. So we're not going to try to force anyone to understand us. We're not going to force anyone to show up for us in the way that we expect them to. Allow them to show up to you in the way that they can and they're willing to. But I kind of feel like you're just pouring into like, I feel like you're pouring into a cup that doesn't have a bottom. Like your energy is just going right through. It's not being caught anywhere. It's not being receptive, or they're not being receptive. I'm sorry. And then be proud of yourself. So show up for yourself. Be proud of what you're doing. Be proud of who you are, and let that support and guidance come in from wherever it needs to come in. And it might be a very unexpected source.
Awesome. Awesome.
Yeah.
Do we have time for one more? I saw one.
Yeah. Yep.
Okay.
Yeah. We could do, let's do like, this will be the, let me try that again.
One.
Yeah. This could be our last one. And then we can kind of wrap it up.
It was Linda. Hold on, I wrote it down. Cousins. It says, will my son ever get married and have a family? So, Linda, I feel like you do ask your son this a lot and it stresses him out. So I mean, I think he will, but his timeline of when he will is going to be way different than what you thought. So it's either going to be one extreme or the other with him. This is what like his guides are showing me. He's either going to meet a girl or a guy, whatever, meet his person, fall head over heels in love and like, you know, elope to Vegas, or he's going to meet his person and then really take a long time. Like really make sure that it's the one. Like it's going to be a long engagement. It's going to be a long planning process for a wedding. And then it's going to be a long time because I do feel like he is a planner, but he is a impulsive romantic at heart, which is probably why they're showing me the two different things, because he doesn't want to just jump into something and be like, I don't have money to support a family. I don't have money to support, you know, my spouse and our kids or whatever. I do see it happening. But like I said, the kid thing, though, that's going to be planned out. The meeting the person and getting like married, like I said, that's either one or the other. There's not going to be middle ground there. It's going to be like, hey, oh my gosh, mom, guess what? I met this person. We just went to Vegas. We got married. Or, hey, mom, I met this person and 5 years later, we're getting married. Okay. So, but I know that you're anxious for him to start his life, but just know that it's his journey, and you can be supportive of him, but don't pressure I feel like maybe it's a little bit of pressure and he's kind of getting annoyed. Which kids get annoyed with us, right? My son gets annoyed with me all the time.
Yep.
He's like, God, Mom, lay off. What are you doing? And he's like 21. But I told him he has to wait so I can retire from the fire department in 6 years, 10 months. But who's counting, right? But that's how much time I have left. So I told him and his girlfriend, if you guys get married and have kids, you have to wait until at least then when I can watch the children. All right. So Linda, she said, that's right. Okay. So just be patient with him. Be encouraging. I feel like you try to set him up. Don't do that. He doesn't like that. I feel like that embarrasses him a little bit. So, okay. All right. Beautiful uncaging. Oh, and that's a big heart with a lock. So I feel like this is him and that's his heart and it's kind of locked up. I think he has had a difficult relationship in the past, whether it was serious or not, or is just somebody he had like really good feelings for and they kind of like really dogged him. So maybe that's why he's so like closed off because he got hurt. Okay. The uncharted sea. He doesn't know. He doesn't know really what he wants or when he wants it, but he's trying to plan it. He's trying to come up with the plan. He's making his navigational chart for his journey across the Atlantic to finding his soulmate. So just be patient with him and just know that he's not saying, oh, I'm just going to do it to please my mom. You know what I mean? Like, he's definitely a planner though, but it's so funny that he would be impulsive like that if he meets like the right one. Feeling the world. I feel like this goes with the uncharted sea. He's trying to feel it out. He wants to know that what he's doing, because I do think he is like the one who it's like, if I find the person, like there's no ifs, ands, or buts, they're my person for life on this earth. That's it. I don't want to make a mistake. I want to make sure we're compatible. I want to make sure, he or she gets along with my friends, my family, same interests. So just be patient with him, Linda. That's all he wants. Just be patient and be supportive. And I do feel like he's going to bring home some people that maybe you're not a biggest fan of, but they're not bad people. Like your guides are saying she has to stop and get to know them. So just be open-minded. That's it. That's it. Good luck, Linda.
Awesome. I love that. All right. This has been a fun live. I've had a great time.
Shenanigans.
Yeah, I love it. And I love that we're both just so like, just showed up, no plan. Here we are. But this has been so much fun. So if you guys have had a great time, do me a favor, click the share button again. And again, I have all of Wendalynn's information in the comments. I just put it in there again. Put it in the...
It's in the comments.
Yeah, sorry. I got sidetracked. Christy, I'm sorry. I'm not sure what that comment means. So I put it in the comments and then it's also up in the description of the video. So if you're on YouTube, it's up there. And if you're on Facebook, it's down there. But give her a follow on Facebook. Let's help her reach 300 before the new year. And then be sure to book with her, all that good stuff. But this has been fun. I've had a great time.
Me too. Me too. I just read that comment. I don't know what that means either.
Yeah, I'm not sure. But Christy, if you want to send me a message, definitely do that. Yeah. So, all right. So I love you all. Wendalynn, I hope you have a great night.
You too. Everybody have a great holiday. If it's Christmas, Hanukkah, Kwanzaa, whatever you celebrate, have fun with it. Get all the things like the foods. Now, I will say, don't do a lot of presents, but have all the food. You need all the food, all the carbs, all the food. Eat it all.
All of it.
Good.
All right. So this has been so much fun. We will see you all next time. Have a great night. And I guess that's it. Bye, guys.
Bye.